Hello, today we're going to discuss how to place a supply order in the eStore. Begin by logging into the portfolio website, and you will then click on the eStore icon. If you've placed a supply order before, it's going to take you to the screen for the dealership that you last placed an order for. If you need to return to the homepage at any time, you can click Start New Order. If you've never logged into the eStore before, it's going to default to the page that says Order Supplies Quickly and Easily. Under the Order Dealer Supply section, you are going to click on the dropdown and find the dealership that you need to order supplies for. If you only work for one dealership, you should only see one dealership in this dropdown. However, if you work for a dealer group, you may see several dealerships. Choose the dealership you'd like to place an order for and click Continue. You will then be taken to the page for this dealership. The top section is going to be for forms. If you need to know the form that a customer's contract is written on, this is a great resource for finding that form number. It is divided based on the different product types. Portfolio 1, for example, is one of our service contracts. So you'll see here that this particular dealership has two different service contract forms, one for auto and one for powersports. This dealership is also selling the Warranty Forever program. The next section you'll see here is for dealer supplies. So this is where you're going to order your supplies. This website operates very similarly to online shopping. So each category will show you the corresponding materials to order. Begin by clicking the arrow to the left of the product name, and you'll see here it lists out what the item is. This top section is dedicated to custom materials. If your dealership has any custom materials, which could mean materials that have the dealership's logo on them or any special verbiage that was created, anything like that is going to show in this section. If at any point in time you want to preview a download of the material to make sure you're ordering the correct item, you would click on this arrow with a line underneath to the left of the material. This is going to download a copy of the item for you to take a look and verify that it's what you're looking for. In this case, it was a smiley banner. By clicking on the download, you'll see this is the item that you are looking at to order. If you decide this looks correct, you would come to the quantity section, and if you only need one, you can click add to cart, or excuse me, add to order. But if you want to order more than one, you can change the quantity. So let's add two. You'll notice you get a disclaimer that says it's been added to your shopping cart. You can click on the link here, or you can scroll to the top of the page if you ever want to be brought to your shopping cart. You'll notice that you ordered 2 items and the shopping cart is showing 2 items total. As you add more items, this number will increase to let you know how many items are in the cart. One important thing to mention, if at any point in time you see the icon to download a preview, it's going to allow you to do that in any section on our website with the forms included. I also would like to point out that any item that will incur a cost will show in the price column. So you'll see here, this banner is $250. Ordering 2 will amount for $500 total. You will notice there are several other categories of products to order. This is all going to be unique to your own dealership. So you should only see supplies that your dealership is selling at the dealership. By clicking the arrow to the left, this is going to allow you to see all the available items for order. So in this case, it's Portfolio 1 service contracts for auto. There's a couple brochures, a desk mat, posters, etc. Touching back on the price column, you'll see that these come at no charge. So just keep in mind that anything that does have a cost associated with it, it will show in the price column. So let's go ahead and add 50 brochures, which would be 2 packs. Anything that comes in a pack, a quantity of more than 1 will be notated. So in this case, there's 25 per pack. So we are now adding 50. All of the product sections operate the same, where you can expand to see the items available and preview a copy of the material if necessary. There is also a section for other item not listed. This is something you would choose if you're looking through all the materials and do not see what you are looking for. By clicking add to order with item not listed, this will signify to our shipping and print shop that there's something that you're looking to order that you did not see available. they're going to immediately look for the comment section, which we will get to here in a moment in the shopping cart. The last section is to upload a file. If there's something on here that you don't see that you'd like to print, because we do have a print shop on site, you would be able to add this by clicking choose a file to upload the file you'd like to have our print shop print. Keep in mind, though, that this will likely incur a cost, an additional fee, unless, of course, what you're uploading is something that comes standard with a program. But if it's something that is custom, you may receive an invoice. So this will save as a smiley brochure. Let's add 50 of those to the cart. Once you've made sure that you've ordered everything you'd like, you can click complete order here to be taken to your shopping cart. Or as I mentioned earlier, you can click the shopping cart and that's going to take you to the same exact location. So let's complete the order. You're now in the shopping cart screen. The way this screen works, it gives you the opportunity to remove. So if you decide you didn't need these brochures after all, you can click the checkbox in the remove column next to this item and then click update shopping cart. As you will see, this item or items in this case were removed from the order. If you notice that you ordered the incorrect quantity that you'd like to order more or order less, you have the ability to change the quantity here. So if we decide that we want 3 of the smiley banners, we can update it to 3 and then click update shopping cart. You must hit update shopping cart if you make any changes, or else it will revert back to the original amount. So please keep this in mind. You'll notice here as well that there is a price column. So any item at cost is shown here. It also gives you a total. So by ordering 3 of the $250 banners, the total will be $750. It's also going to total any other items at cost and provide you a full subtotal at the end. In this case, these were the only items at cost, so that is why it says $750 in both spots. Going back to the item not listed, please see comments. Once again, this is going to signify to our shipping team that there is something that you listed in the comments. So for this particular order, we actually uploaded the smiley brochure. So I'm going to put a comment in here for that. I'm going to say, please print 50 of the attached smiley brochures. Now, this location also is a spot for you to list any items of importance. So if you need it to arrive by a certain date, or if items need to go to a specific person that you really want it to be notated, you can put that there. Anything that you think would be important to our shipping and print shop. Once you've entered the comment that you need, if there needs to be a comment, you can go ahead and click continue. But again, this is a screen for you to double check your work before moving forward to the billing section. So let's click continue. You are going to be moved to the billing address step. It's going to default to your dealership. So that just means if you ordered any items at cost, the invoice is going to be sent there. If you do need the invoice to be sent to another location, for example, if you are part of a dealer group and you know that a certain office handles all of the invoicing, you can certainly update that here. One item to note, other item to note is this section up here. This is going to be your email address. This link is going to take you to your account section. By clicking here, it defaults to your customer info. This is just a test account. So you'll see it's a testing first and last name and email address, but it gives you the opportunity to change your name and email if you ever need to do so. The next section here is addresses. So if you'd like to add your own personal address, I'm going to put my name here, Alexis Ward, and then award@portfolioco.com. We're going to go ahead and update an address. And you'll see here that if you hit save, it's going to notate if there is information required. So we do require a phone number here. I'm going to update that. Hit save. And now there is a future address if we ever need to send something somewhere. So going back to the shopping cart, I'm going to move us along to the billing address. I wanted to add that to let you know that if you add any addresses in your account screen, they're going to show here under bill a past address. The bill of past address screen can also show other addresses if you entered more up here, or if you come to this next section and you need to bill a new address, once you've placed an order under a separate address, it's going to appear here in the bill to a past address section. So this comes in handy if there could be several locations for an invoice to go. For the sake of this demo though, let's have it billed to the dealer. You'll go ahead and click continue. And this is then going to take you to the shipping address section. It does default to ship to this dealer, but once again, if you need to ship to a different address, you can certainly add that here. Maybe it's something where it's a detail order where it needs to go to the detail department located at a different address, whatever it may be, you can have the item shipped to a different address. Keeping it simple, we'll have it shipped to the dealer as well. If at any point in time you need to move back, you can also click this back button to move to the previous step. So let's click continue to move forward past shipping and billing. We're now at the shipping method. There are a few important things to note. Our print shop is located in Ohio, which is Eastern time zone. So all orders must be placed by 3 p.m. Eastern time in order to be considered for today's processing. And if you're on the West Coast, of course, that would mean noon your time. So noon West Coast or Pacific time, 3 p.m. Eastern time. If an order does come in after 3 o'clock though, and it's urgent, you can always give us a call and work with us to see what we can do. But standard processing would consider it for the next day if it's after 3 p.m. So your 3 options are going to be ground shipping, which is just standard shipping. Once again, if you're placing an order, our print shop's in Ohio, maybe you're in Alaska, it could take 3+ business days. Obviously, it's probably not going to get there next day just due to location. The next option is going to be express, which is your 2 to 3 business days. We do include 1 day of processing. So if it's when the website is going to quote you on the estimated arrival time, which you'll see in the next screen, it is also going to include a day for processing. One important item to note is that we do not include weekends or holidays as far as business days. So those will not be factored into the turnaround time. So if you're placing an order on a Friday, just keep in mind that Saturday and Sunday will not count towards the ship time. The last section is going to be next day. So for the sake of this order, let's just do regular ground shipping and click continue. Before moving on, I did want to note that express and next day shipping will likely incur a fee. So just keep in mind that if you're placing an order that needs to arrive urgently, a lot of times that fee is based on the weight. So we will do our best to work with you to see if we can expedite a small number of items to get there the following day or, in an expedited manner, and then send the rest ground. We're always willing to work with anyone on keeping those costs down. So moving on, we'll select ground. And then you're going to be taken to the last step, which is to confirm your order. This is one last time for you to review all information: billing address, shipping address, the shipping method, the estimated delivery date. Now, I did touch on this previously. As you can see, we are sending to a dealership located in California. So it's estimating that it will arrive 8 days from today. Now, that is not including weekends, if there was a holiday. So if that estimate seems very far out, once again, we highly recommend reaching out to the client relations team, and we are here to work with you to do whatever we can to make sure an order arrives there on time. This is an estimate though, so keep that in mind. It could take longer, it could take less, especially during the winter months, if there's inclement weather or any sort of issue that could be delaying a shipment. We do use FedEx. So when you get your tracking information in the end, that's going to be who it's through. So we will keep an eye on that as well. If something comes up and you're not getting your package, you can work with us and we can try and see what's going on. But once again, this is just an estimate to give you an idea. The last section here again is going over the remaining items in your cart. So if everything here looks good, you can hit confirm, and that's going to place the order. You'll see here in a moment, it's going to take you to the screen letting you know that the order has been completed. Your order has been successfully processed. This is a link, this red click here for order details. If upon clicking on it, you'll see it's the exact same information we just went over, giving you your billing address, shipping address, the items ordered, etc. You're also going to receive an email if you are the one that placed the order. The email is going to contain this information as well. So there are several ways that you're going to be receiving an order confirmation. Lastly, I did want to touch on returning to your account screen. So again, if you click the link with your email address, you'll see here that there is a link for orders. This here is going to show all the orders that have been placed. So these orders, this is a test site. So the tracking number is listed as pending, but once you begin placing orders for real, as our shipping team ships out the order, they will update this information and it'll be a tracking number that you can then go to the FedEx website and see exactly where the order is. I know sometimes orders get delivered and we don't always know who signed for it. So that would be a way that if FedEx did list who signed for it, you can at least know and then follow up with the dealer. So that is the eStore. If you have any questions, feel free to reach out to the client relations team at any point in time. We are here to help however possible. The phone number to reach us at is 855-623-6926. Thank you all so much, and I hope you've enjoyed this demonstration.